What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. We are back again this morning. It is Monday the 20th of May 2024. Man City have been crowned champions, and yeah, Arsenal finished second. I'm seeing people talking about heartbreak online. I don't know what's going on here. I feel sick, I have to be honest, but I feel absolutely sick. Sick to my stomach. I am proud. I'm really proud of the lads, I have to be honest, but I am sick. I feel nauseous at this moment in time. Man City did it again. The four-peat. They've done it again. Another Premier League. I feel absolutely sick. Another 12 months we have to wait, ladies and gentlemen. Another 12 months. Another preseason, another US tour, more merchandise, more games, another 38 games, another Champions League, another domestic, another 2 domestics. We got to go through all of that again. Oh, bro, I'm so sick. Man City, this fraudulent club, frauds. 115 charges. I swear to you, I hope they get shut down this summer. I hope they get shut down this summer. I feel absolutely sick to my stomach. Big up every single one of you this morning. I want to know how you're feeling right now. We're going to look at everything there is to look at. My main concern is the losses that we took this season. 5 losses. We're going to look at those games. We're going to look at those losses in more detail. It seems that you have to do a Xabi Alonso in this league in order to win it. In order to beat Man City, you have to go invincible. Nothing you do will allow you to overcome this monstrous Man City team. They're frauds, they're scammers. Brown envelope gang. Avoiding Premier League over 100 times, more times than they've got cases. I'm telling you now, these guys are the most disgusting bunch of dons in the Premier League. And Pep Guardiola knows it. That's why he's on the verge of leaving. He wants to leave. Maybe one more season. Maybe he gets the verdict this summer and he's done. That could be, there could be a big, massive breaking news over the next 2-3 weeks. Pep Guardiola walks, he leaves. I'll be celebrating as if I've won the Premier League, blood. Because that's a guy we need to get out of this Premier League. We need to get him gone. We need to get him gone. But I hope Man City get punished for this 115 charges. Their man are the fraud, the biggest, disgustingest. I don't even know what to describe these dons. Most vile club in the Premier League right now, blood. Yeah, them and Chelsea deserve everything that's coming to them. I'm telling you. Big up Afobi, big up Nort, big up Naga, big up every single one of you guys. Big up King Bug, big up Guna, big up 170 Gunner, big up Nif, big up AFC Always, big up FFT. We got 40 chats back in the building. Good to see you back, my brother. Nothing but love and respect to you, man. Big up my guy Tope as well. I see you, man. I see you. I'm sick. I feel sick. I feel stressed. I'm proud of the boys. And I'll give you my reasons as to why I'm proud of the boys. We didn't capitulate. But you can be disappointed, of course, but they didn't capitulate. You have to be proud of these boys. Like, even in the game yesterday, the game wasn't all that. The game was dead, to be quite fair, but we still got the victory. The players looked tired. They didn't really look up for it, but they got the victory. But it's just so disappointing. A whole 12 months, another year of Arteta, and he hasn't been able to deliver. He hasn't been able to deliver. Big up Jack Williams in the building. Big up Boss as well. Big up all the real ones. I know Jack's got a lot to say. He's not going to be happy with what's happened. 170 Gunner says Arteta out. Guys are done. Guys are done. The amount of people still making excuses for Arsenal bottling the season yet again, it is beyond a joke. We need to ask every fan, which is more important, the club or Arteta. He has to go. End of. That is what Jack Williams says. Guys, comment down below. Let me know if you agree with Jack, how you're feeling right now. I'm going to run through some comments before I'll start giving you my feelings and giving you, a little spill, a little waffle session, of course. I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. Arsenal still won. I know not winning the Premier League would have probably, actually, it did cause some traumatizing experiences for some people. Some families actually went through some really difficult and challenging experiences. I see a video going around this morning. A young lad hung himself. I'm not too sure if that was yesterday, if that was recently. Imagine waking up this morning experiencing that because of how a person feels. And I hope the family and everyone's doing well. I mean, that's horrific, disgusting. And I hope the family are okay, man. But it's been a long process. It's been a long time. It's been a very, very long time, ladies and gentlemen. And people are frustrated. People are frustrated. People are depressed. People are mentally ill because of what's going on at Arsenal Football Club. And this is what football does to a lot of us. It can have that mental impact on a person. King Bug says another year of PR. Big up JP Anthony says big up Wax. We've got Guna. He says if we drew 0-0 to Newcastle at St James's Park, we got robbed, we would have won the Premiership. We with 1 goal difference, also level on points with Man City. Big up my guy Ro in the building, aka Gumsy Gums. Nothing but love and respect to you as always, my broski. Big up Mo. He says why certain supporters keep saying change the manager. Who is there to get? Arteta has done a good job, and we need to judge him next season when we get a number 9, and a few more players. Yeah, we're going to talk about players. There's a lot to actually get through in this stream, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. Hit that like button, fasten your seatbelt, all of that. Go and grab yourself a lovely coffee to keep you company as well. Are you Arteta in or Arteta out? I think that's a stupid conversation to be having at this moment in time, in all fairness. Mikel Arteta has been here for about 4 years. Yeah, we need to look at everything there is to look at to determine what needs to happen next. What do Arsenal need to do next? Are KSC going to be ruthless? Yeah, are they going to be ruthless? Are they going to be ruthless, ladies and gentlemen? I'm expecting ruthless decisions to be made this summer. Whether that's Arsenal sacking Arteta, or whether that's Arsenal going out there and getting the best tools available to get this job done, then I need to see ruthless decisions. Ruthless decisions. Everton gave us more fight than half of what West Ham gave Man City. I'm losing comments. Where's it going? I might have to start putting these things on the screen. Big up Afo. West Ham gave Man City and Everton celebrated as if they had won the league, while West Ham were just casual in their celebrations. Too much hate for Arsenal. Yeah, it was weird how West Ham celebrated and how teams have been kind of moving over these past couple of weeks around Arsenal and Arsenal's chances. Nobody wants Arsenal to win the Premier League. And it doesn't sit well with me that teams and players and fans, even Man United fans, the most delusional fans on the planet right now. You have to be real. There's probably only Saeed's that has any real sense, and maybe 1 or 2 others. But I'm only going to vouch for Saeed right now. That's got any type of sense up here. The rest of you guys delusional. Absolute delusional. Your team at 8th in the league, but you're still trying to banter us about not winning the league. How stupid are you guys? Stupid. Stupid. Most delusional fan base on the planet that club is, or that club has. I swear to you. But there is an agenda. There has been an agenda. But people want, like Man United fans, they would rather see a fraudulent club, a brand envelope spending club, a brand envelope taking club, a cook booking club. They would rather those dons win the Premier League than see Arsenal win the Premier League. It is disgusting. Like, they're encouraging corruption. They're encouraging dirty behavior. Now, we don't know. Yeah. I know people are going to say it. We don't know what Man City have really been doing. But we do know there's 115 charges. And when there's 115 charges, bro, yeah, I've been caught, bro. I've been on the roads. I've been caught for multiple different things, blood. I've had 2 little charges and definitely been found guilty for them. These man have got 115 charges. You're telling me not one of them they're going to get found guilty for? These guys are corrupt. These guys are dirty dons. A football club, Arsenal ain't got any charges. Do Arsenal have any charges? Are Arsenal being taken to court? Are Man United being taken to court for any charges? Are anyone being taken to court for charges? Who gets taken to court for charges? Criminals get taken to court for charges, don't they? Yeah. When they charge you, they've got the evidence to charge you, which means you're a criminal. And the fucking Premier League, the clubs in the Premier League, especially the top 6 clubs, they are actually encouraging this shit because they want Man City to win the league, yeah? Because they have an agenda for Arsenal. Piss takers. Disgusting behavior. Disgusting. Disgusting. Yeah. Listen, at the end of the day, we can't even be angry with anyone. We have to be angry with ourselves at the fact that we never got the job done. We, as a football club, wasn't able to get ourselves over the line. We wasn't able to win games that were winnable games this season. And that's another reason why I do feel sick. I'm proud of the boys for not capitulating. I'm proud of the boys for coming into the season and having a totally different mentality. I'm proud of the boys for sticking together and making it happen through thick and thin. Yeah, they tried to make it happen. You know, when you're going into games like Aston Villa and you're losing both games, yeah, that's not the players. That's not the players. That's down on the manager getting it wrong. That's down on the manager getting it wrong, isn't it? Yeah. It's down on the manager getting it wrong. When you go to Newcastle, when you fucking lose as well, 1-0, that's down. I mean, I know there was VAR decisions. I know there was officiating decisions that have, definitely haven't gone our way this season. But come on, ladies and gentlemen, man. You go into West Ham. You're going to West Ham and getting slapped up 2-0. Yeah, 2-0. That dented our chances. There are games where you look at the manager and say to the manager, well, wow, why did you not? How did you not overcome the obstacles in that game or not get anything out of those games? Why? We see how West Ham have been treated this season, right? We see how they've been treated this season. We took their main star, £100 million. How did you let West Ham beat us 2-0? How? What happened? Because these are the things that we have to ultimately look at when it comes to this manager, right? But the players, I'll give the players credit. I'm not always one to keep blaming the players. There's people out there that will find excuses. The players. Listen. The manager is the guy that picks the players. He plays the team. He has the tactics. He has the preparation. Everything comes through that manager. Blood. You understand? Now, I'm not saying right now sack the manager, okay? But what we're going to do right now is we're going to run through the context and look at everything that there is to fucking look at. So fasten your seatbelts, okay? Yeah, big up Georgie for in the building. But love and respect to you, my broski. Big up Abdo. He says next season will be painful. The players are already drained and probably already trying to find a way out. Other teams will improve, especially Chelsea and Man United. We've wasted our chances. I know you're a bit pessimistic at this moment in time, Abdo Khalil. Big you up, my brother. But I'm not as. I mean, I'm angry and I'm frustrated. I'm going to feel this way because of the process and what the process has been, but I'm still proud and we have to give credit to these players because the players made it happen. And to a degree, you have to give credit to the manager, but you have to look at the games that we lost this season. I mean, if we lost against Man City, I would say, all right, cool. We lost against Man City. If we'd have lost against Liverpool, I would have been like, cool. We lost against Liverpool, but we lost against Fulham. Yeah, we lost against Aston Villa twice. Unai Emery come to haunt us. That was the real haunting of the season for Arsenal Football Club. You do know that. That was the real haunting for as to why we didn't win this Premier League. That's those results. Forget West Ham for a minute. Forget Fulham. Forget Newcastle. Right? Forget those 3 results for a minute. The real haunting was Unai Emery. That's karma for you, rude boy. I tell you that. That's karma for you. That was karma striking you and slapping you straight in the face for the disrespect and the treatment that Unai Emery received at Arsenal Football Club, when actually he's a good manager, better manager than what we have here at Arsenal Football Club, with all due respect to what Mikel Arteta has done over the past 12 months or 24 months. But you know, like, and even a little prior to that, obviously cleaning out all that dead wood and going through all of that. I mean, Unai Emery should have been given the opportunity to do that and really cement his own identity at this club. And you never know, by now, probably would have won the Premier League, probably would have won ourselves a European trophy. But that's, you know, swings and roundabouts right now. Who gives a flying fuck? It's Unai Emery who actually came back to haunt us. He came back to haunt us. When I see tweets online suggesting that they're heartbroken, I said, nah, heartbroken. It was inevitable. The moment we lost to Aston Villa 2-0, you know, a few months back, that was the moment I knew we had done it. That was the moment I knew we had finished. So even though I still try to keep optimism, even though I still try to stay positive, because anything could happen, all the way up until that last game, I knew right here in my heart that Arsenal had thrown it away at that point. Man City were not going to allow Arsenal to get there by the end. They were going to have it. They were going to have it. That's it. Literally, they were going to bag it at that point. The moment we lost to Aston Villa, they were going to take advantage and make it happen from there. And that's exactly what they done. How can we be proud of winning nothing? You know what it is? It's not about it's not about that. It's not about that. Because listen, sometimes you have to understand that, you know, you can be proud of your team. You can be proud of your boys. We gave it a go. What this season has also demonstrated is how serious this Man City team is. Regardless of regardless of the 115 charges, regardless of all of that fraudulent activities that they've done throughout their tenure as a big club, yeah, they are monstrous, and they have proven it every single season whilst Pep has been there. There's only been one season where these guys have allowed someone else to win the league. Only one season. I think Pep was there for half a season when who won the league that season? Did Man City? Chelsea won it. When Chelsea won the league under Antonio Conte, Pep was only there for about half a season, I believe. After that, Pep has won the season, the cup, the title every single season other than the Liverpool season. That is crazy. And they're the benchmark. That's who we need to beat. It's extremely challenging. It's extremely difficult. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? New manager, new players. You know, people in the chat are saying, "Listen, he's been here for he's been here for longer than 4 years. He's had his players now for 4 years. It's about time we give someone else a chance. The foundations are built. The mentality's there. Odegaard and everyone's come out recently and said they believe. Thank you for believing in us. We believe. We're ready. We're going again." So, I mean, if the manager changes, I'm sure the attitude doesn't change. It'd still be the same attitude going again next season, right? Is Mikel Arteta the right man for the job? Let's look at what's happened this season, right? We've got 5 losses, 5 draws. We've had the most wins in a season than any other Arsenal team, any other manager. Now you say that and it's like, oh, that's amazing. Like, come on, man, that's good. Like, how can you not be gassed? What do you mean? He's got the most wins, bro. Why would you want the manager sacked, bro? How? Why? Listen, don't clip this up and take it out of context, yeah? But why would you want the manager sacked? He's got the most wins. Most wins that have led to nothing. That makes it even worse, isn't it? I mean, when you really put it into context, like, it makes things even worse. It's like you actually got the most wins, and it led to nothing. Obviously, there's two ways you look at that. The manager is a good manager, and he's proven it by getting more points than most of Alex Ferguson's tenure throughout his trophy-winning seasons. There's only 3 seasons throughout the seasons that Alex Ferguson was at Man United for, whereby he got more points than what Mikel Arteta achieved this season. However, Alex Ferguson won the Premier League how many times? So we're talking about, you're basically saying to us, like, what you're saying to us is this season that Mikel Arteta's had, if he was here when Alex Ferguson was here, swinging with Alex and Arsene Wenger back then as a manager, he probably would be the Pep of that era. That's what man are trying to say based on this one season. That's what man are trying to say. That's what they're kind of getting at, really. But it just goes to show you now that the levels are higher than that, isn't it? The levels are higher than that now. But does that mean, looking at that, like Mikel Arteta is not good enough? You get rid of Mikel Arteta, you bring in another manager? You also look at the teams that we lost against. As I said, Newcastle, Fulham, West Ham, and Aston Villa. They're the teams that we lost against. We lost against Aston Villa twice. I was trying to find the 5th loss. I swear, my memory doesn't serve me well. I had to go through the fixtures. I was like, where's the 5th loss? I was like, Aston Villa twice. Unai Emery really come to haunt us. But you look at those teams anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you say to yourself, listen, they're winnable games. Fulham finished 13th in the league this season. 13th. West Ham, I can't even remember where West Ham finished. Aston Villa done well. Big up Unai Emery, done well. Champions League qualifications this season. And Newcastle also had I'd say a poor season. I think they finished about 7th. I think they finished just in front of Manchester United. The club where the fan base think they can banter. They think they can banter, man. They actually think they can banter, man. Delusional. H says, not going to lie, it's Arteta's fault we lost at Villa, but sacking him now is madness. Got to give him one more season. We're looking at the domestic cups. Right? I know I got my little notes here. I mean, I swear down, this is the first time I've actually ever done notes here. But this is just like results that I needed to know because my memory doesn't serve me well. So you ask me, who did we lose against this season? I'll just be thinking of Aston Villa and Fulham. I'll be like, who are the other teams? Who did we lose against? And I watch the games. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's just how my mind works. It's just Calipacks, aka Calipacks. That's what it is. Hay fever tablets. Listen, we had the Carabao Cup games. West Ham beat us again. Oh, man. So we're talking about the Carabao Cup. The Carabao Cup, West Ham beat us again in the 4th round. They beat us 3-1. In the 3rd round, we played Brentford 1-0. 1-0. Struggled. But we got the victory. That was the most important thing. But we look back at that game, we struggled. We were struggling in the first half of the season. We do remember that, right? We were struggling. The performances wasn't that great. Defensive unit was always there. I think the defensive unit throughout this season has been the reason as to why we have been so cold. Let's put it that way. I was about to say so solid. Yeah. We've been solid. So solid. Yeah. And that's the reason why the defensive unit, Saliba, Gabriel, Ben White. Ben White was shocking yesterday, by the way. Absolutely shocking. But Gabriel, Saliba, Declan Rice, that defensive unit has been incredible. And that's what kept us swinging. Our attacking identity wasn't the greatest in the first half of the season. We made up our numbers in the second half. We made up our numbers when we come into the second half of the season, went to Dubai, come back, and man started firing 4s, 5s, 6s. That's when we made up our numbers. That's when we made up our numbers. Rival fans don't want Arsenal winning, but they want Man City doing a 4P. The corrupt organization that they are. Exactly. Big up my guy A9. They don't understand that City are making history that tops their club, especially Man United. And this is obviously that's who he's getting at. This is why it doesn't make any sense. When my boy said to me, one of my boys said to me the other day, I want Man City to win the league. He's a Man United fan. He's a ride or die Man United fan. Yeah. Doesn't always go to the games because he's from my ends, obviously, but he does go to games. He does take the time out and he will go to a game. He said to me, he wants Man City to win the league. I said, why would you want Man City to win the league? Oh, man, because I can't handle you, man, bantering me. What? Oh, you know what? You can't handle the man them and some work colleagues bantering you. So you want your rivals to win the league. Your direct rivals, the guys that are on your doorstep, the guys that are taking over your whole town, your whole city, blood. They're taking over your city. Taking over. Building skyscrapers and all of that. You man have got leaky stadiums. These Man United fans are crazy. They're absolutely crazy. And they're online now, smiling, grinning, taking pictures, posting them online, gassing, doing graphic designs. It's probably I swear to you, see all these graphic designs that go around of Arsenal just being mugged off. It's Man United fans that create that shit. It's Man United fans that create that shit, I'm telling you. Man United fans create that. Big up Shah. They say, big up Wax. I really want us to sign Miguel Gutierrez from Girona. He's a proper good left back. You know what? Right now, I can't even think about players that Arsenal are going to be bringing in. I mean, that's a totally different topic of discussion. And I swear to you, we'll probably touch on it at the end of the stream. Give you a little 20 minutes of transfers just to see what's popping. But today is more or less just kind of dissecting and really looking at all of the looking back at the season, digesting that season like thoroughly, shitting it out now. We're shitting it out. We're on the toilet right now. Yeah, that's where we're at. That is where we're at right now. We're on the toilet. Okay. Make sure you drink a cup of coffee if you want to go for a number 2 because it really helps. Hey guys, make sure we are hitting the like button. Static said there's 35 likes on the video. Just 100 people in this one, but hit that like button, man. Hit that like. Get me over 50 likes real quick. Keep getting your comments in as well. Keep getting them in. Big up Cats in the building as well. Big up my guy Cap and Hex. He says we do need a huge summer wax. We need some serious monsters to come off the bench. Not Nketiah, Smith Rowe, Man City are bringing in Grealish, Alvarez, Stones. We need a stronger bench, in my opinion. 100%. United fans are so weird. The 4P means City can banter them as a big club. City are now history because of this. Arsenal winning their 14th title doesn't mean much to rivals. Big up Naughty says it was Fulham's game that done it, Wax. It was any one of the games that we lost. We can't actually pinpoint any game. I would personally be more frustrated with the Aston Villa games than any other game. And the reason I'll be frustrated with the Aston Villa game more than any other game, the two Aston Villa games, is because Aston Villa have Unai Emery. And Unai Emery's been haunting us for time, for years. When is Unai Emery going to stop haunting us, blood? Forget Pep. Forget Pep. Because if you actually think about it, and this is the reason why, to cut the whole spill short and the whole bullshit and all the BS, yeah? Based on the context, because this is what we were talking about months ago. Oh, context, Wax, come on, context. People have changed. People are like, sack him now. I get it. I get it. If you ask me, look, Wax, do you want to get yourself a new manager? If you were offered a chance to get a new manager, would you go and get a new manager? Yes, I will go and get a new manager. Does that mean right now I'm saying sack this manager and move on? No, that's not what I'm actually saying. I would get a new manager. There are managers that I personally like that are out there that I personally believe that would do a better job and provide a better style of play and make us more of an attacking threat. What Mikel Arteta has done at Arsenal in terms of this team is what I've always given him credit for. I gave him credit for this the moment he walked through the door because he improved David Luiz, Mustafi, and all of them, man, at the back. He improved them. You got to look at what Unai Emery was doing with that defense, and then go and look at what Arteta done with the same defense. There was an improvement. There was an improvement within a couple of weeks of Arteta being at Arsenal Football Club. So I always gave him credit for having a well-organized defense and a good unit at the back. Obviously, the quality of player at that time wasn't good enough, and we had to improve. But now we've seen that improvement come in William Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, Ben White. Now we've seen that improvement coming in. We can actually give credit to Arteta and actually say, you know what people said you were going to do initially and what you did do initially, defensive unit, that's you. That is you. I know you as a manager will go in and definitely give us some discipline at the back, definitely give us some structure, definitely give us some organization, definitely give us a bit more focus at the back and a bit more awareness. Guess what? That's exactly what he done for Man City, remember? That's what people were saying before he joined Arsenal Football Club. I believe that. I believe that because when he did join Arsenal, guess what? Man City defensively turned to shit. And Pep Guardiola took about 12 months to quickly figure things out. But that's because Arteta left. He had to rethink how to sort out his defense. And then since then, he started to do all these centre-backs at the back and all of that. Right? Cool. So I'm in agreement with those people who say Arteta defensively, solid. But the reason why I would bring in another manager is because of the attacking identity. I just don't think Mikel Arteta's attacking identity is that great. Yeah, we went through a run in the second half of the season after Dubai, bare goals, cool, bare goals. But the only problem I see with Mikel Arteta's identity, his attacking identity, is that it's inconsistent. It's inconsistent. Martinelli falling off. Saka he doesn't look great on the eye anymore. He looks awful. But he still scores. He still does score because, I mean, he's more or less the only one that's really in there trying to score. And then you got Trossard. Even Trossard looks, past couple of games, Trossard looks off. Hasn't looked the same player. The way we transition, not even the way we transition, it's the way we're actually trying to get that ball into that final third. The way we are trying to get that ball into the final third, I just don't really like it. I don't really appreciate it. Yeah? I don't really appreciate it. And I think Arsenal could do so much better in the pockets, in those spaces. You know, this really, really working that defense. I just don't think Arsenal work a defense properly. And it's the reason why it's easy for teams to hold us out. It's the reason why teams can get, it's the reason why defenses can get compact, sit deep, put bodies in the box. And you do that to Arsenal are going to find it extremely difficult. It's going to get scrappy. Doesn't get scrappy for Man City, though, does it? You know, you look at Phil Foden, you look at the individual brilliance that you see from these players. It doesn't really get that scrappy. They actually find clear-cut chances, or they create chances that are just like, well, I didn't see that coming, bro. You know? And they take their chances. Arsenal are really scrappy with their chances. They're really like Odegaard yesterday was really frustrating me that you had enough time to just hit it first time, my guy. But no, I want to take a touch. I don't know. I want to pass. And there's problems there. Odegaard's been that guy for years, and Odegaard's one of my favorite players. But for you as a manager, you need to identify that. You should have already identified that. That should not be in Odegaard's locker. Odegaard shouldn't be doing that. Odegaard should know when and how to be hitting it first time in those scenarios. If he's not doing that, then the manager clearly isn't identifying that as a problem and trying to fix it. I've noticed it as a problem. You, man, noticed it as a problem, but the manager hasn't. And this is another reason why you have to question the manager's attacking identity. Jonathan Jones says, I think you're wrong, bro. Most goals, best defense. Yes, a few more players, but a new manager. We ain't got the most goals. So why do people think we've got the most goals? Man City have got the most goals. It's our defense that have kept us swinging. This is what I've told you. You haven't listened. You've obviously gone and read some tweets online and you've obviously believed them. Look, at this moment in time, Man City have scored more goals than Arsenal Football Club. And we have the least goals conceded. That's what's kept Arsenal swinging, bro. Yeah, we've scored goals the second half of the season. Like I said, those 4s, 5s, and 6s, they got us back in the race. We wasn't scoring in the first half of the season. We wasn't scoring in the first half of the season. This is the whole point. If you're listening to the segment, this is the whole point. The attacking identity in the first half of the season was off. We come out in the second half of the season. Okay, things stepped up. We caught up on on GD. The GD was looking absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. I was raving about it. But the point there is this inconsistent. And, you know, that is one of the reasons why I would prefer another manager if I am that. That's the whole subject here. But I'm going to be fair. Look, I'm gonna look at those Carabao Cups and I'm looking at the FA Cup and I say, look, we had West Ham, we had Liverpool. West Ham, embarrassing. West Ham, absolutely embarrassing. West Ham, absolutely embarrassing. Liverpool in the FA Cup, not as harsh, but still, you know, you have to check yourself. The Carabao Cup and the FA Cup over the past couple of seasons have been an embarrassment. And that is something that we can't stand for as fans any longer. Arsenal have to be reaching a domestic cup final every single season. Facts. Every single season, you might need to be reaching a domestic cup final. Only because of the Champions League campaign, even the Champions League campaign, which is what we're going to come to right now. But only because I didn't have I can't even get my words out. I didn't have high expectations for the Champions League. I expected to get outside the group stages, but I didn't expect anything more than that. We got to a quarterfinal, went to Bayern Munich, should have won both legs, in my opinion. It was easy pickings, easy. The game was there for the taking. Bayern Munich were embarrassing. So embarrassing that they fell off towards the end of their own domestic campaign and found themselves third in the league. Third. Which means Harry Kane is not going to be able to win the Super Cup. No more trophies for Harry Kane. We obviously can laugh at that, but we haven't won a trophy, have we? We haven't won a trophy. And this is the reason why I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy and say, you know, oh, like banter, you know, Harry Kane, even though I'll do it because we are not winning. We are not winning. I don't want to be like those Man United fans that are fucking delusional, trying to banter us when they're sitting 8th in the league. And we're here winning nothing. All right, cool. We've done well. Like to go neck and neck with Man City again and go to the ends without capitulating and losing out by 2 points. You know, you have to give that credit. You have to say, all right, cool. Arsenal are competing. Arsenal are in the conversation now. There is no going back. With the Champions League, as I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't have no expectations in it because I didn't have high expectations because we done well and we got to the quarterfinal. I'm going to overlook. I'm going to underlook, or I'm going to forget about those domestic cups for now. For the fact that we went toe to toe with Man City, actually taking points from both teams in the title race with us, and going all the way to the end, still winning on the final day as well. If we would have lost yesterday or drew yesterday, I would have been more pissed. I would have been so pissed. I would have been much more angrier. Maybe I would have felt slightly different to how I'm feeling now. But because we've done that and we went all the way to the end again, I'm going to be fair and say, listen, one more season for Arteta. One more season. I think you have shown us that there's a belief, there's a new mentality at the not only at the football club. I like what the owners have said as well, and we're going to touch on that. There's still a lot to actually go through, man. So don't go anywhere. I can see some people cutting out, but it's good. They'll be back. But I'm going to say one more season. One more season for Arteta, bruv. That's me being fair on the fact that you have brought us back into the conversation. We are now stable. When you talk about success, and we talk about progression, and we talk about all of these things, yeah. In football, success is more or less measured by trophies won that season. That's how you kind of measure success in football. But if we actually look at the real definition of success, then it's about what you're aiming for or your purpose. You know, that's the definition. Your purpose, or what your club are aiming for. Now, we as a football club, or we as fans of Arsenal Football Club, we want the Premier League, and that's what we'll always want. We'll always want the Premier League. We've been waiting 20 years for that Premier League. But we have to be real as a football club and say, okay, cool. We're a team that should be winning that Premier League. We are a team that have done blood, sweat, and tears over the years. We should be always in the conversation for that Premier League. And that's what the expectation should always be. And that's never going to change for me. I'm always going to have that. But what we're going to do is just be realistic for a minute and say, where we've been, forget the 20 years of not even winning the Premier League under Arsene Wenger. Forget those 20 years for a minute. Forget those 20 years. Let's just think about where we were under Unai Emery and what it was like under Unai Emery. What it was like. The players, the atmosphere, everything that came with Arsenal at that moment in time would make people want to vomit. It was disgusting. It was rotten. It was vile. It was the worst place. People had totally detached themselves from this football club. No one was buying shirts. No one was really invested. It was a disgusting place to be. Can we say the same now? Can we say the same now? Can we say the same now? Isaac says he's not hearing this. Emery is in the Champions League and beat us twice this season. Okay, but was Aston Villa in the same situation as Arsenal in terms of, you know what? Maybe I'm reaching. Maybe I am reaching. But the point I want to make, and the point I think a lot of people will agree with, is that this Arsenal right now, the Arsenal that we see in front of us right now, are a totally different Arsenal to what Mikel Arteta inherited. Regardless of what Emery went through, what we were going through as a football club was disgusting. I don't give a fuck about Aston Villa or anyone else. We're talking about Arsenal. I wasn't happy with my football club. I wasn't happy with none of the fans. Do you really think I was happy with the fucking fan base? Do you really think I didn't want to punch most of you man in the face? There were so many problems at Arsenal, bruv. So many problems. Those problems at this moment in time don't exist at Arsenal Football Club. We don't have dead wood players, or we do actually. We do. But we don't have a dead starting 11. We don't have a dead foundation. We don't have dead fans. Do we have dead fans? Nah, man. We're unified now, aren't we, guys? We're more together now. Arsenal have made progress. And for Arsenal Football Club, maybe not the fans, maybe not for the fans, because our success, like I was saying earlier, the success is for Arsenal to win the Premier League. And that's what you measure success in when it comes to football. But Arsenal's success was getting from where we were and down in the dumps, in the muds, a team of proper bottle jobs, a team where it had individuals that were just clowns. They didn't care about Arsenal Football Club. They only cared about the paycheck. They only cared about keeping the roof over their families' heads, blood. They didn't care about winning for Arsenal, bro. You know, there was 1 or 2, 3 players that we liked that we would have probably kept around, that we might have said, you know what, they could have stuck around if they sorted out their attitudes. But that squad that we had was a flipping terrible squad. And that's not what we have today. We've got 1 or 2, maybe 3, no, not 1 or 2, maybe about 4 or 5 players that need to leave. And we're going to talk about those players in a minute. But we're not the Arsenal of 2019 anymore. That's the fucking point we're making here. We're not that Arsenal anymore, bloods. This is not no tie stuff. This is just being realistic. Doesn't mean the expectations change. It doesn't mean the way you feel about what Arsenal need to be achieving going forward changes. It doesn't. It just means you be real about the circumstances that you fucking find yourself in. Yeah? We don't find ourselves in a position where we're going to be finishing 8th again. This is not a Manchester United thing. We've gone beyond that. We're past that. We left that behind. That's well gone. That's no longer Arsenal. That's Man United. We are beyond that now. And this is the reason why I say give Mikel Arteta 1 more season. That squad was Wenger's fault. That squad was Arsenal's fault, bruv. That squad was Arsenal's fault. Yeah? Let's not fucking point fingers here, yeah? Let's not point fingers. This squad's Arsenal's fault. The success that we have right now, and people will say, oh, this is not success. And people might say, you're going to call me delusional. I understand the fucking definition of success, right? I understand what success means to most of the fans on this planet when it comes to their football club. I understand how you measure success in football. I understand all of that. But for Arsenal, for where we've been to where we are at right now, under the definition, by the definition, it's called success. Regardless of what any fucking prick in the chat wants to say, any dickhead online that wants to say, come and say it to my face. I will take you in the ring See this forearm? I'll fucking break your jaw with it, bloods. Yeah, come and get in the ring with me. We'll do some fucking mixed martial arts. I'll break your jaw, please. I don't give a fuck what you got to say based off the definition. By the definition, that is a fact. Okay? Okay? Come fucking say shit to my face. Come to me, blood. Come and chat to me, blood. No traction, no likes, no retweets, none of that. None of that. Yeah, none of that. Come on. It's fed up of people being dickheads, man. So just be real. Just be fucking real, bloods. What Arsenal have had to come through has been a really difficult period. We've had to do it with an inexperienced manager that has learned on the fucking job. That's what we've had to put up with. Am I unhappy with that? No. Did I want that? No. Have I been half-heartedly backing that? Yes. Have I been half-heartedly backing it? Out of the love for my fucking football club, because I didn't want it. But the true fact of the matter is that Arsenal have, I wouldn't say been successful, but made success. Because the aim for Arsenal Football Club was to obviously get back into challenging for this league and putting ourselves into a position where we can consistently challenge for this league. And that's what we've done. And that is the reason why I, again, would say Arteta one more season. That's it. Because the reality of the matter is Arsenal are now back in that conversation, competing and challenging. I don't expect any drop-offs. Like I said, the next step is winning that Premier League for me. I could be a prick. I can be like some of these other dickhead dons online, little pussy old dons online. I could be just like them and say, no. And just rant and rave for likes and traction and retweets. I mean, I can rant and rave and be positive about my ranting and raving. And be real about it. At the fucking same time. But at the end of the day, my guys, one more season for Arteta. And I'm going to be on his neck. My whole foot is on his neck. Yeah? On his neck. Yeah. Yeah. The whole foot on his neck. Ready to flipping kick his fucking head off his neck if he doesn't deliver next season. I'm ready to suffocate the Don if he is not delivering next season. You think I give a damn? I'm just a real one, blood. And I can just say it as it is. Arsenal have done fucking well to put themselves in this conversation. They have done extremely well. And I am glad that Arsenal are back here again. I am glad that we have got Odegaard cooking. I am glad that we have got a guy called Saliba at the back and Gabriel at the back. I am glad that we have Declan Rice. I am glad that Arsenal have owners like KSC that have billions of pounds. I am glad that we have one of the biggest fucking stadiums on the planet. I am glad that I support a North London club. I'm from East London. I support a London club. And I didn't fucking become a delusional don like those dons and guys support fucking Manchester United, sit in 8th and think they can come and chat shit to man. And you know what makes it mad? You know when people say we don't have any world-class players yet? That's crazy. That's crazy. Because that gives you even more, that compels you even more to give Arteta one more season. You're giving Arteta more ammunition. You're giving Arteta more ammunition. You're telling me that we have no world-class players yet. Is that what you're telling me? But we just went toe-to-toe with Man City. Is that what you're telling me? So man's saying that we don't have no world-class players, but we've been toe-to-toe all season with Man City. Wow. That definitely means Arteta is a good manager then, isn't it? Must be a good manager then, isn't it? I don't know. 28 wins, which led to nothing. The most wins in the history of our football club. Led to nothing, though. Led to nothing. Two ways you can look at that. Like I said earlier, it's either you look at that as the manager's not good enough, you sack the manager, or you look at it and say, actually, football's evolved. Football's gone to another level now. You need to hit 100 points. You need to go invincible every single season in order for you to win the league. I mean, it's like what? Like, what the fuck do you do? What do you do? You understand? What do you do? You have to go invincible every single fucking season to win this league. Listen, winning trophies is all that matters at the end of the day, says Samuel. He better deliver at least one next season. Absolutely, and this is what it has to be. As fans, we've got no choice but to suck up what's happened this season, whether we're Arteta out or not. Yeah, because I know there's people Arteta out. People have been in the chat Arteta out. You know, you got other content creators online, ready for the traction, ready for the retweets, ready to gain a number of subscribers. They're going to be doing whatever they can. I mean, you know, look, at the end of the day, we're going to be fucking forced into backing the process again for another year. Based on the context, I'm going to say, listen, Arteta deserves one more year. I'll give you one more year. But oh, bro, please don't take my kindness for weakness. Yeah, please don't take my kindness for weakness. I'm at your neck right now. Okay, I'm at your neck, foot on your neck. We go into the new summer, and this is where we move on to now. We segue into what Arsenal are going to be doing. How are we going to be moving on? How Arsenal are going to be moving on with this? What are we going to be doing? Players that we're going to be signing. This is where the owners have to become ruthless. This is where I want to see ruthless decisions by the owners. Let's talk about these owners for a minute. We're going to segue into this. Big up my guy Naga. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. Much appreciate you as always. We'll read that out in a second. Let me just switch over here. Big up every single one of you in the building. Hit that like button. Keep hitting that like button. Just over 100 people. Small number in the building today, but we appreciate you as we usually do. Yeah. Where are we at? So I've always believed in our owners. I've called the owners out and I call everything out because I'm a fucking real one. You understand? I say it as it is. If it needs to be called out and I have an opinion on it, I'm going to call it out. I don't care. However, I've always been a fan that has backed these owners and said, you know what, I feel happy with these owners. I feel like these owners mean business. I feel like these owners want to win big things. I feel like these owners will splash big money. I feel like these owners X, Y, and Z. A lot of the guys in the chat know. Josh Kroenke said, while we are undoubtedly proud of the progress we have made, I want to be clear that no one at the club will stand still. Things finished today. We're all working behind the scenes to move us forward again. There is so much that we want to achieve. That is what Josh Kroenke had to say before the game, I believe. Before the game. Money will be spent, according to Arsenal. And now we have to see how that money will be spent. How that money will be spent. Edu has confirmed that we've renewed the players that we wanted. There will be no more renewals. If your contract has not been renewed at this point, according to Edu, you are being sold. Arsenal are on the verge of trying to get a bunch of these fucking fraudulent guys out the door. Arsenal will not stand still, and Arsenal will sell players and bring in the players that will now take us over the line, because this is the season now. I've given you my spill. I believe Arteta should be given one more season. One more season. The season's going to be under so much scrutiny by myself, just to pull it out there. If you do not get to the Carabao Cup final, I will be ready to fire you. Third round, fourth round, out? No. If we go into the new season and Arteta gets knocked out third round Carabao Cup, I am ready to fire the man. Straight away. Serious conversations will be had. That is where I am at. You guys know how I feel about Arteta over these past couple of years. You guys know, bro. But I'm a real one. And I will say it as it is. And I will say, based on what Arteta has done for this football club over these past 2 years, forget what happened before that, because that will fucking really piss me off. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. One more fucking season, my guy. One more. It's not even a joke, blood. But that's how deep it's going to get. That's how deep it's going to get, bro. The way I feel right now, I swear to you. This is the final straw, man. I'm going to be so passive-aggressive over the next months. It's going to be crazy. I swear to you, this guy, my foot is on his neck. And I'm not letting go, blood. Wax, you are not alone. Come 2024, 2025, Arteta needs to deliver or else. We will be there for the head. 110%. Big up my guy Naga, man. Nothing but love and respect for you. Big up every single one of you, man. But every single time, Naga's always in the chat, super chats, all of that. We appreciate you, man. Even when we do videos, he puts a thank you in there. One more season to fail, says King Bug. Wax, with the money he got, he should have done more. Arteta is not the answer. I would agree, and say with the money that he spent in the summer, barring Declan Rice, I couldn't give a fuck about anyone else that come through that door. Sorry, Timber. I don't give a damn about you, blood. There's no PR for Timber. I don't care. Bruv. Seriously. I don't care. I will agree with that point, King Bug. 110% with you, blood. Barring Declan Rice, I do not give a damn about any other player that we brought in last summer. So this is the reason why I say this is the summer, man, where we are able to determine how ruthless our owners really are. The money needs to be spent, and I believe the money will be spent. Will Edu and Mikel Arteta actually sign top quality players? Significant improvements. People that are going to come in and change our attack, change our midfield. Are they going to do that? Are they going to bring the right players in? Because a lot of me, more than half of me, actually feels like these guys are just going to do some dickhead thing. And I've actually contradicted myself on this a few times, in fact, because of moments. Some moments make you feel some type of way, and some moments make you feel another type. But if I am to be real and realistically look at it, I'm going to stick with the original takes that I had on the summer transfer window of last summer and the windows that have come before that. There have been some individual players that we've signed that have been good, and I think there were impacts that happened at some time throughout that process that were beneficial, of course. But have I been overly keen and overly happy on Mikel Arteta and Edu's transfer windows and the summer and the players that they've brought in? Not overly. Even though some of them have proved to be good players, I think Ben White stepped up. Other players have stepped up. You say other players have stepped up. I'm actually thinking, you know what? There's only one. I mean, I think there's only like three players that Mikel Arteta has brought in over that period of time, and I'm actually happy with them. And I'm like, you know what? They're good players. They're players that I would love to see here for the rest of their time, for the rest of their football careers. Odegaard's definitely one of them. Odegaard is definitely one of them. I would also say Declan Rice is another. And then I would probably say Gabriel is the third. When I really think about everyone else, I mean, even Gabriel to a degree could be questionable. But when I think about everyone else, I'm like, yeah, get rid of them all. I mean, I might just back Fabio Vieira. Why? Because I would like to see Fabio Vieira play under a more attacking-minded manager. If you had a manager that had a real attacking system, a real attacking identity, I believe you would see a much better version of Fabio Vieira. He needs to be with an experienced manager, someone that knows how to get the best out of him, someone that knows how to build him mentally. But when you look at the rest of the players, I'm not too sure, man. I'm not too sure. I probably would get rid of. I'll probably get rid of most of the players, if I had my way. But obviously, this is not Football Manager. This is not FIFA. I don't play FIFA. But this is real life. You can't make those type of moves. You can't scrap the whole squad, can you? And just keep three man. And if you want to do that, you have to do what Arteta's done. And then from now, it needs to be another 4 years, another 5 years. But if I am to be real, which I always am, then unless I'm being delusional, and that's just a bit of bants, but then I would actually keep about 3 of these players. Not Mikel Arteta's players. Obviously, Saliba's not his player. I would keep Saliba. I would keep Kieran Tierney. I would have kept Kieran Tierney. He would be here right now. That's not a Mikel Arteta player, as an example. Saka, I keep Saka. It's not a Mikel Arteta player, as an example. So you know what I mean. I'm talking about Mikel Arteta transfers only. So on that basis, I am slightly skeptical about whether we can trust Mikel Arteta and Edu to go into the summer and really get. We can trust that the owners are going to give them money. We can trust that KSC are going to say to them, "Look, there's 300 million. Go and splash the cash." But can we trust that Edu and Mikel Arteta? Because it's them too. It's them too. They're the ones that are driving the transfer committee. Them two and Richard Garlick. Them three. Can we trust that those three are going to actually make the right decisions? The profiles is not exactly what I'm going to question. That's not what I'm going to question. I'm not going to question the profiles. I'm going to question the quality of those profiles. See, my boy said to me yesterday, big up my guy, Big Swings and Fuse, yeah? The man said to me, Benjamin Sesko's a baller. And I was like, you know what? I hear it. I hear it. But is Benjamin Sesko the guy that's going to transform Arsenal and turn us into a team that are going to now beat Man City to that title? No, it's not. He's not. He's had a good second half of the season, scored some goals in the second half of the season. He's a lanky Don, decent pace. He's got a bit of pace. But can I trust Benjamin Sesko? Can I believe in Benjamin Sesko? A guy that struggled to, he's just about done double-figure goals in the Bundesliga this season. A season or a league where, Xavi Alonso's gone undefeated. And you're telling me in 31 games, Sesko's only got 14 goals? Are you telling me that 14 goals is good enough for Arsenal? Are you going to be confident and say, actually, out of all the strikers that are available, I'm going to be confident in Benjamin Sesko carrying us over the line? And this is where the concern comes in. This is where you start saying, oh, well, is Arteta and Edu, are they going to get it right? Are they going to make the right decisions? Because even though players like Kai Havertz just find these little purple patch, and that's what it is for Kai Havertz, it's a fucking purple patch, and there will be plenty of them. There will be moments where Kai Havertz will pop up and he will score and he will look. But Kai Havertz, honestly, you're shit. You're shit, mate. You're shit. You're decent. You're decent. That's what you are. You're decent, bruv. Yeah? Kai Havertz is nothing to shout about. It's nothing to rave about. If we're singing about King Kai, if you hear me sing King Kai and you hear me happy, it's because I'm being delusional for a moment. Or I'm flipping living in the moment because of Arsenal just won a game and Kai Havertz won the game for us. I don't care if Kai Havertz cried. Kai Havertz cried because he's a fucking wimp. Yeah? He cried because he got all that way and actually thought he was going to win it. And he didn't win it. Because Man City won it. And Kai Havertz got to step up in the games that we lost and win them for us. Now, I'm not blaming Kai Havertz for anyone that's watching this. At times, I question Edu's negotiation skills. I'm not questioning Kai Havertz. I'm not like blaming Kai Havertz. But what I am saying is if Arsenal, if Arteta and Edu would have made the right decisions at the beginning of the summer last season and bring us in a clinical striker, why didn't you guys sign Eucharist then? What was you doing, Edu? What was you doing? How can you not go and sign Eucharist then? Huh? You go and bring us in Kai Havertz. And now you want to look at Eucharist. No, actually, Benjamin Sesko. Because that's probably going to be the guy. That's probably going to be the guy, just to let you guys know. You go and bring us in Kai Havertz, who was #1 for the worst striker in the Premier League last season. Now, I know there's PR for Kai. I know people online are saying, 20 GA. All right, cool. Kai Havertz turned it around. Cool. Kai Havertz done better than most people expected. Cool. Kai Havertz done better than most people initially anticipated. Cool. We get it. But is Kai Havertz the guy? Is Kai Havertz the guy that's going to carry us over the line? Is Kai Havertz good enough to be consistently bagging? No, he's not. He's not. He proves that in most of the games that he plays. He's headless. He's headless. Even up top. Even up top. The lankiest Don on the pitch. Do you think the guy can actually score a header? No. All right, he might have scored one header this season. One header. But he is the most hopeless guy in the air, blood. The most hopeless headless chicken in the air when it comes to trying to get up and win headers. Nah, can't rely on this. Don? Is he effective? Has he got mad techers? Has he got mad techers? Yeah? What's he really doing? Come on. We could have gone and got ourselves a bad boy striker instead of Kai Havertz, and that could have been the answer to our title winning chances. Like that could have been it. And that's the reason why I'm saying all of this is not to blame Kai Havertz for our season. No, not at all. Not at all for anyone that's fucking gonna take it out of context. It's to tell you that I'm concerned about Arteta and Edu going into the fucking summer and trying to sign players that are going to improve our squad. Do we believe that they're going to do that after what they've done with Kai Havertz? After what they've done with David Raya? After what they've done historically in previous years? Kai Havertz scored 3 headers. Big him up. Big him up. You know what it is? I've watched Kai Havertz so many times this season, just not be able to just do well in the air, man. I don't care about those 3 fucking goals. I knew he had scored some goals with his head, but you know, for how tall this guy is, for the amount of crosses we put on in the box, you're telling me you're happy, you're satisfied with 3 headers, okay? 3 goals from headers, okay? I mean, we're using Kai Havertz like some sort of target man. That's how we're using Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz is a target man. It's not a force 9. It's not a force 9. It's not a force 9. Anyone that thinks Kai Havertz is being used as a force 9, you're wrong. It's not being used as a force 9. It's being used as a fucking traditional target man. Anyway, I've seen enough of Sesko, boy. He's not the guy to take us to the next level. Flavic is a baller. Kai Havertz is not a problem. I'm looking at Gabriel Jesus, the real problem. Yeah, there's a number of problems, a number of players that still need to go, man. And this is the reason why I had to kind of retrace my steps a minute and make sure that I was actually being real with what I was saying, because I don't rate all of the signings that Mikel Arteta has made, and I can't say all of the signings have been a success. I mean, for a player at Arsenal Football Club, you know, success is, for me to call you a success at Arsenal Football Club, I have to say winning a trophy. It has to be. What I was saying earlier about the definition of success is based on what Arsenal are trying to achieve, what they aim to achieve. For us as fans, it's the Premier League. For Arsenal, it could be just getting back into that conversation of competing again. And if that is what the aim was to do, then they were successful at doing that, because that was the aim. So again, it's about understanding success there. But for a player and a signing at Arsenal Football Club that's been made by Mikel Arteta, none of these players can be deemed success. None of these players. None of them have won a trophy other than Saka, Martinelli, the players that come before. Any of Mikel Arteta's players. They won the FA Cup. Not these players that we have now. So none of these players are success. If Mikel Arteta got sacked today and all of these players started getting sold, you know, none of these players were successful. And it's crazy. Again, it's crazy how you see it that way. But again, for me, you have to be real with a player. How do I see a successful player? Is by winning a trophy. If you win trophy with your football club, you're a successful signing. If you don't win a trophy with your football club, you are not a successful signing. That's how I see it. Big up Tobias in the building. Big up Jamar as well. Nothing but love and respect to you guys, man. Make sure you are getting your comments in. I've been waffling all day and waffling for most of this, but it is what it is. Big up Comic and Stickers. I see you, broski. Big up Cubs. He says Arsenal will come back stronger next season and they will win the Premier League next season, bro. I have faith in this team. And Sesko is a baller. Arsenal like to buy players that can play in different positions, and this is a problem in my opinion. I've seen enough of Sesko. I've read that one already, I think. Yeah, I have. Havertz didn't have a full season at striker and didn't take penalties. Limp Merchant stat padding did. So where's it gone? So give Havertz his pens and full season, and how many goals would he have scored? I hear you. I think he played more games as a number 9 now though than he did as an 8 for Arsenal. But he definitely played as an 8 in a lot of games, and that definitely didn't work. And I wouldn't even give Kai Havertz penalties. I wouldn't even trust him taking penalties, blood. He looks like one of those guys that will miss a number of penalties. I can't trust him taking penalties. No way. No way. Never be my penalty taker. I'll only give Havertz his flowers for turning up in the run-in. Yeah, I mean, look, the players, Kai Havertz, you give Kai Havertz credit for actually providing the best GA that he's had whilst in the Premier League, overcoming all of the pressure and doing well in those moments whilst under pressure. So you give him credit for those type of things. But does that mean he's a successful signing? No, definitely not. Does that mean we don't need better? We need better right now. Go and get me Eucharist. That's all I want, man. Go and get me Eucharist, bro. If you ain't getting me Eucharist, go and get me Dusan Vlahovic. Go and get me a proper guy that can bag and that can hit the back of the net. That's what I want right now. Who do you think is a good free kick taker in this Arsenal team? None of them. They're all shit free kick takers. All of them. Like, they're all shit. They're all shit. Like, no one can get the ball on the edge of the area and bag it. You're shit. That's it. We've got no free kick takers. They're all dead. We've got Declan Rice, probably the best free kick taker we've got. We're proper crap. If we get a number 9, do we give penalties to them instead of Saka? Then we can finally see how average Saka is. I would say so. My number 9 is the guy that takes the penalties all the time. I would sell Zinchenko and Jesus. I think there could be a conversation to be had there. The only signing I've seen better than Havertz is Odegaard. No. Gabriel Magalhaes has not been a better signing than Havertz, bro. Gabriel Magalhaes has been a better signing than Havertz. I was even going to say Ben White potentially as well. Like Ben White, you could say, has been a better signing. I mean, we haven't really got no specialists, man. We haven't got no specialists. That's another problem. No free kick specialist, no corner specialist, no penalty specialist. It's crazy. Gabriel took 2 years of who we wanted him to be, yeah, but you have to take into context that Havertz has come into a team that just comes second in the league. Gabriel came into a team that was absolutely shit. Yeah, there's a big difference, bruv. Havertz walks into a team that just finished second in the league. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Gabriel walked into a team with Rob Holding and David Luiz and Mustafi as his partners at the back. Come on. Come on. Come on. Isak wasn't bagging goals before he went to Newcastle, but now everyone's twerking for Isak. Stop just watching numbers, people. Sesko is 100% better than Havertz. I probably would prefer to see Sesko up top than Havertz, in all fairness, because for me, Benjamin Sesko's at least got some sort of natural qualities up front. You know, we see Kai Havertz playing as a number 9, right? And I look at him sometimes and I'm like, bro, I don't think you're not a natural striker, bro. Like, you wasn't a kid and you was a striker. I don't know what you were. I don't know what you were, but you wasn't a striker, bruv. At least Benjamin Sesko was a striker, been a striker. Like, I think Kai Havertz is stuck in between, like, whether he's an attacking midfielder, whether he's a winger, whether he's a striker, whether he's a centre midfielder. Like, Kai Havertz don't know what the fuck he is. And the truth back to the matter is, he's not really good at any of those things. He's not really good at any of those positions. Because if you look at the number 9s, if you look at all the strikers that are available, you're telling me you're taking Kai Havertz over any of those number 9s? No. And why are you not taking Kai Havertz over those number 9s? Why? Because Kai Havertz isn't good as those number 9s. Okay, so let's move Kai Havertz to the right wing then. Come on, you understand, bro? People can sit there and say, oh no, Kai Havertz though, wax. Bro. Look, Kai Havertz is, I said to you, at the end of the season, I will tell you how I feel about Kai Havertz. I will banner, I will vibe, I will celebrate. No agendas. No agendas. But you want to hear the realness of it? And how I really feel about Kai Havertz? Kai Havertz is shit, blood. That's it. Kai Havertz is shit. Shit might sound really harsh. That shit might sound harsh. But you know, look, Statty just said there, I love Foden and Saka. Well done, Foden. What a season he's had. Player of the season, that's what he's been given, right? Okay. When you look at Foden and you look at all these type of players, are you even going to stare at Havertz? You understand? And I know people will say Havertz is already here, big up Jamar Kitson, and honestly, only Saka has more. So you're going to have to live with it, Wax. Yeah, of course I've got to live with it. That's fine, bro. I've been living with it. You know, what can I do? I wanted Arteta out 2 years ago. I've had to live with it. And here I am. But my opinion on Kai Havertz is I think Kai Havertz is shit. And people can think it's harsh, but I've seen ballers. I've watched ballers my whole life. Kai Havertz isn't a baller. He's not a baller. He's gonna be there. He's gonna have moments. You can't play for a football club like Arsenal and have all the possession that we have, put all the crosses into the box, have as many bodies as we have in the box at times, and not be able to pop up and score a fucking goal. It's not rocket science. Stop overgassing this thing, fam. Stop overgassing this thing. Kai Havertz is dead. However, he's going to have moments. See it. When I look at ballers, I'm looking at Henry. Kai Havertz is nowhere near in a conversation with Mbappe, let alone Henry. What are you man smoking? Tell me what player in that Man City team Kai Havertz comes close to. What are you talking about? What is man talking about? He don't come close to Jeremy Doku. He don't come close to Phil Foden. He don't come close to Haaland. Even technically, Haaland's shit as well. And I'm telling you that Haaland's shit as well, blood. Just a goal scorer. Just a goal scorer. And Kai Havertz doesn't even have that. What are you talking about? What the fuck is? Kai Havertz is the fucking German attacking Rob Holding. That's what he is. That's what this German giraffe is. Just face the facts, man. Because the guy's popped up and scored a little GA. Face the facts. I've done enough eye test on the player. I've given them enough time, a whole 12 months, to tell you The guy's not that guy. He's not that guy. He's not that guy. He's not that guy, man. Let's stop it. He plays for Arsenal. He's up front. He's getting all the game time. He's going to score goals. He's better than Eddie Nketiah. I mean, even there's question marks. Even there's question marks. I think, when you look at Eddie and Kai Havertz, the difference, what kind of edge is Kai Havertz? Is that I think Kai Havertz wants it more. That's all it is. The two differences between Eddie Nketiah and Kai Havertz is that Kai Havertz wants it a bit more. That's all it is. You really look at both of those players, they're shit. Just face the facts, they're shit. Eddie Nketiah, shit. Championship player. Kai Havertz is a championship player. Championship. I don't care what anyone's got to say. I've done an eye test. I understand football blood. I don't look at this, the data, and say, oh no, but he got 20 GA though, Wax. What the fuck if he got 20 GA? I expect him to get 20 GA with Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli, Trossard. What the fuck do you think this is? What do you think? If he can't get 20 GA with them, man, what the fuck can he get? This is the reason why I know if we go and get a striker called Eucharist, oh, yeah, you'll know about GA then. Then you will start talking about GA. Done enough eye tests on Kai Havertz to tell you, man, bro. Like, Kai Havertz is a standard don. He's a standard guy. Big him up for his commitment. Big him up for, his movement and trying to make things difficult for defenders. Big you up for that, blood. Yeah? But you ain't Mbappe, cuz. Yeah? You never will be. You'll never be one of those type of dons, fam. Never will they be these type of dons. I'm fed up, man. No PR, man. No PR. Big up all the real ones that understand it. I spoke to several fans around the Emirates yesterday. They still want Tony. I don't know why, man. I really don't know why. Wax roasting Kai Havertz. Yeah, bro. Now it's got to be real with it. I've seen enough of him to tell you. I told you, man. I'm going to give you to the end of the season, and that's when I'm going to tell you my feelings towards Kai Havertz. So this is where we are. This has been a very, very long stream today. This is it. This is like the review. This is like the review, isn't it? Going through everything and letting you know everything how I feel, bro. I've told you I'll give Mikel Arteta one more season. But here we go. I'll tell you about Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz is not that good. He's not good at all. He is so not good, man. So not good. He's just anyway, I don't want to butcher this guy, man. He will score goals. He will have moments. Don't get it twisted. He plays for Arsenal, man. If you go and put Kai Havertz in Luton's team, like if you put Kai Havertz in Luton's team, Kai Havertz vanishes. He gets no goals. I honestly think Kai Havertz probably scores about 2 goals in Luton's team. 2 goals. 2 goals. If Kai Havertz was really a bad man player and Kai Havertz really offered people something, Kai Havertz would have got, he would bat it up for a team called Luton. I'm telling you now, he is not doing anything for Luton. Mbappe ain't coming here. His wages alone will bankrupt us. No. He's happy to accept 20 million a year, bro. Where have you been? Mbappe is on the verge of accepting 20 million a year from Real Madrid. Remember, we was paying 18.5 million a year to Mesut Ozil. You think we can't sign Mbappe? We definitely can. Big up Rowe. He says, my concern is what role does Kai Havertz play next season? Is he a starter or a bench man? And this is it. And this is why we segued into that conversation initially, because the concern is what are Arsenal going to do in the summer? Are they going to sign real players or are they going to sign potential players? Because according to the reports, Rowe, Arsenal are looking at potential. And they're looking at keeping Kai Havertz as the main number 9. And that's not going to sit right with me. Kai Havertz might do a little bit better next season. He might do a little bit better next season. But is a little bit better enough? No. Because I'm already underwhelmed by Kai Havertz, regardless of his GA. Yeah, there's been moments, and there, like I said, there will always be moments. But I'm underwhelmed by Kai Havertz. I actually truly am. I think we wasted money. The guy's yes, the guy's the highest earning paid player at our football club. You do know that, right? You do know that, right? The highest earning player, the highest paid player at the football club. Um, where do we go now? How do Arsenal deal with this? Benjamin Sesko has received 2 offers from the Saudi Pro League. However, he has no intentions of joining Saudi Arabia. That's according to Fabrizio Romano. Everyone's on to Benjamin Sesko, yeah? Bruv. Dusan Vlahovic can't stop scoring. Aston Villa announced a multi-million-pound deal with fucking Adidas. So they're jumping on the Adidas bandwagon now. Okay. Yeah, Adidas investing in the top 4 teams, aren't they? We're being linked with fucking Brian Brobbery. Oh, please. What the hell is going on here? What is going on? Brian Brobbery. No, I can't watch Havertz being the main forward next season. This is what I'm saying. I think that's what's going to happen to us, Roman. That is what's going to happen to us next season, man. He's going to be the main signing next. He's going to be the main number 9 next season. Who the fuck is Brian Brobbery? Oh my god, this is what I'm saying. Can we trust that these guys are going to identify the right players for us, man? You see right now, season's done. Season is done. A Brobbery. This guy. Oh shit. Oh man. Oh, Brobe. Is it Brobe? It's Brobe, isn't it? It's Brobe. I'm sure his name's I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Brobe. Robbery. Oh my god. Listen, if you don't laugh, you'll cry, bro. So anyway, listen, I don't want no players from the Eredivisie. I don't want no players from the Eredivisie, blood. Sorry. I don't want no players from the Eredivisie. None. I don't want no players from the Eredivisie. None. Like, literally. Let that be a Liverpool thing. Liverpool, they're gonna raid. They're gonna raid the Eredivisie this season. Let them do that. Let's not follow trend. Let's not try and do that. Yeah. But we're being linked with this guy, Brian. What do we do with Martinelli? You know what? I think I'm ready to cut ties with Martinelli, you know. Sorry, guys. I know Hato, yeah, Hato. But you know what? I don't care. I'm sorry. I know Hato looks like a little leader, a little character. Yeah, but I don't care. I swear to you, I don't care no more. No. I just want top Dons. Top dons, experienced, decorated dons, well decorated dons, please. Yeah, numbers galore. I mean, numbers galore. Everything numbers, and eye test, obviously, but numbers. Yeah, numbers. Martinelli should be used as a striker. Listen, Cap and Hex, listen to this though. I'm there with you, bro. Listen, I think I'm done with Martinelli now, man. I think I'm done with Martinelli now, man. Martinelli's I love Martinelli, bro. No diddy thing. Yeah, like I'm done. I'm done with Martinelli. We've got to be done. We tried with Martinelli, man. We've actually tried, but it's just not working, isn't it? It's not coming. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's just not happening, man. I think we actually need to move Martinelli on. I think Martinelli is a player right now that we can sell and at least get 70, 80 million for. But I think we need to do it. Martinelli has looked half himself this season. In the second half of the season, Martinelli's even looked worse, in my opinion. I just think Martinelli's vanished. He's not the same player. He doesn't, I don't know. He just doesn't have the overall intelligence. He hasn't grown. Like, he doesn't, I don't know. It's got to be that, innit? He's not an intelligent player. He's not intelligent. He just doesn't have it up here. Doesn't have it. He's not an intelligent player. I think we need to move on from him. It'll be sad, man. It will be sad, but I think we move on from him and we bring in a proper left winger. Trossard, you're the bench man. You know you're going to be a bench man. Martinelli, we'll have to sell you. We'll sell you abroad. We're not going to sell him to anyone in the Premier League, but I think we need to sell Martinelli and bring ourselves in a proper winger that's going to make it happen. Because Martinelli is he's just not it. He's just not it. Not right now. It's just not it. And some people might say, listen, Wax, give him one more season, give him another season. I wouldn't be against giving him another season, of course not. But if I was just to sit there and just tell you how I'm truly feeling about Martinelli, like if I was the manager at this moment in time, I'll be sitting down with Edu saying, we need to get rid of your guy, bro. Sorry, man. We got to get rid of your guy. If Edu can convince me to keep him for one more season, but right now, like I said, how I'm feeling, I'll be getting rid of Martinelli. I just see the fuck is going on here? A pub in Doncaster. That was boxing at the weekend. Okay. Arsenal want this summer to complete the title-winning squad. They want to sign a striker, and they want to sort that quickly, according to the Independent. Isak and Brobe are the options. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, we know we're not going to go for Isak. Isak's too much money, blood. I don't think we're going to go for Isak. And now man says Brobe is an option. Oh, please. David Raya still hasn't, you know what? It hasn't been confirmed. David Raya is basically saying that it hasn't been confirmed that he'll be staying at Arsenal Football Club. He says, if my performances have been good enough, hopefully they will offer me a contract. David Raya is hoping Mikel Arteta will green light a big contract for him at Arsenal this summer. But do you think he's worth it, Gunners? No, I don't think he's worth it. But then, do we want to take all our attention away from actually getting the priorities for Arsenal, which is a centre midfielder and a striker, in my opinion? Or do we want to send David Raya back and start turning all our attentions to a goalkeeper and then not get ourselves a striker and say, oh, sorry, guys, we had to get rid of David Raya, or we didn't decide to keep David Raya, so now we have to look at a goalkeeper, and it took us several months to get a goalkeeper done because Edu's barbecue wasn't working. He couldn't fucking get the coal to flipping heat up. Like, oh man, there'll be excuses. Can we get Mike Magnan? Is that his name, Magnan? Instead of this fraud? How many keepers are we buying? No to Bro Bay, says Cap and Hex. Martinelli is crying over his boyfriend Vieira. Hey, listen, something going on there, boy. Something fishy going on there. It's mad how Fabio Vieira's girl ain't been on the scene since he signed. I remember when Fabio Vieira first come to Arsenal, he had pictures of him and his girl. Now, I haven't really looked at his Instagram or his social media in general, but I haven't really seen Fabio Vieira's girl about. I ain't seen your girl, cuz do you even have a girl anymore? Is Martinelli the new one? Big them up though, man. You know what I mean? It's how the world works these days. So, you know what I mean? Martinelli and Fabio, big them up. Get me? Like Fabio stepped in and said, "Who?" Like, man stepped into the Arsenal dressing room, looked at everyone. He pulled his pocket out and started walking around the dressing room, guys. That's what he done. He pulled his pocket. He pulled his pocket out and started walking around that dressing room. And Martinelli, the little softy, was the first one to grab his pocket. Nah, I'm only playing. It's a bit of fun. It's a bit of fun in games. Man. Wax, do you think Arsenal's wheels will fall off next season? I would not like to think that, no. So no, I don't think the wheels will fall off next season. I do actually think Arsenal will build next season. I would like to think Arsenal will build next season and continue to do what we have been doing over these past 24 months, and that's bottling it. Now, I'm joking. I think Arsenal will do well next season, man. It's just about who we target in this summer. Will those players be significant improvements? Because if we can play the way we've played in the second half of the season next season, and we can keep it consistent, you know, a few draws here and there, maybe 1 loss, 2 losses at max. Now, you got to think we had 5 losses this season. I think Man City got 4. Man City got 4. Did Man City get 4? Man City got 4, I think, and then we got 5. No, Man City got 3 losses. 3 losses all season, bro. So 3 losses is the benchmark. We can't get less than 3 losses. And if we do get 4 to 5 losses, like what we have achieved and what Liverpool have achieved, even Liverpool got less losses than us. Liverpool got 4 losses this season. They just drawed bare games. That's what we need from Man City. That's what we're going to need from Man City next season. Like, draw games. You got to have to, like, people going to have to step up. The Aston Villas, the Tottenhams. I mean, forget Tottenham. Let's put them aside. There's no more Tottenham. Aston Villa. Who else is there? Liverpool, obviously. Man United, I put them in there. So I've got a bit of respect for the history that you man have. That's only not you're not your fan base. Your fan base is delusional. Only a handful of dons that I respect. Chelsea. I'm going to put Chelsea back in the conversation because I told you, man, 5-6 months ago that I think Chelsea are going to claim that top 6 spot. Remember, anyone in the chat that was there in that stream, most of you guys should have been, when I said I got a feeling that Chelsea are going to get back into the top 6 this season. And that was only about 4 or 5 months ago I said that. And they've made it. They made it. Got back into the top 6, man. Big up Chelsea. So even them, Newcastle as well. Like, those teams are going to have to really step up against Man City next season. Those teams are going to have to really step up against Man City next season and take points from them. Even if it's that 1 point. They got 7 draws this season, Man City. 7 draws. So that's a large amount of draws. But that's what we're going to need them to achieve. We're going to need them to achieve Liverpool numbers. 24 wins, 10 draws, 4 losses. You know, I can see Man City hitting those type of figures. But we'll have to achieve, you know, what we've achieved this season based on wins, or just no losses, bro. No losses. Like I said, man, it's an invincible season. That's the only way, man. Only way. Only way. Brobe, sorry, and Zubimendi. Imagine that, Wax. Listen, I will be fuming if they are the two players that we sign, bro. Absolutely fuming. I think again that could put me into that Arteta route category. That could fully just put me into that category. Like I said, I'll give him one more season, but anything can push me over the edge. Anything can actually push me over the edge. I'm at his neck. At his neck, like my foot, my size 11s. Size 11 is what I wear, yeah? They're on his neck. And they will be for the whole of that 38 game period. 30 wins is needed at a bare minimum. I'm tipping on that edge. 3 wrong moves and I'm gone. This is what I'm saying. They need to prove to us. They need to prove to us that this summer they mean business. They like the 100 million last season, yeah. Gas. But after this season, you have to really prove your worth now, guys. Big money, big players, big name players, big name players, you know, and that's it. No Nuno Tavares, no Ramsdales, like none of these players that, like, even no Ben Whites. I don't want no Ben Whites. I don't want you to tell me, oh, that Arsenal was signing Wharton from Crystal Palace. Big up Wharton, yeah? Big up Wharton because he's been boarding out for Crystal Palace. And he's a good player. Yeah? But I don't want to hear about Wharton being one of the signings that Arsenal are making in the summer. I'm sorry. Because that's just Ben White all over again. Yeah? Like even Branwaith. I know Branwaith is a good player and he looked good yesterday as well. He can put his neck on the line. Puts his body behind the ball all the time. No, did he? But listen, I don't want to hear about those dons. I swear to you, every single signing, if we make 5 or 6 signings, I'll make an exception for one of those signings to be a Branwaith. One of those signings. Yeah. The other 4 or 5 signings, they all need to be Champions League proven signings, winners. I need top signings. Top signings, bro. I swear to you. I don't care what people got to say. Go and get me the top dons. Go and get me Frankie de Jong. Go and get me Joshua Kimmich. And go and get me Victor Gyökeres. You know? Victor Gyökeres, he ain't the Champions League winning don. He's got Champions League experience now with Sporting Lisbon, obviously. But what he has done is phenomenal, number-wise and eye test-wise. So I can make an exception for Victor Gyökeres. But you understand what type of caliber of player I'm looking at, what type of status that they need to have. Real winners, real consistent players. Barella. Go and get me Barella. Go and break the bank for top dons. Like, I want you to walk out with at least 3. If you can bring me 3, if you say to me, you know what, Wax? We're signing Victor Gyökeres, we're signing Frankie de Jong, and we're signing, I'm thinking of the positions that I want to sign. We're signing Matthias de Ligt. I think there might even be a better centre-back out there than Matthias de Ligt for me right now. But let's use Matthias de Ligt because I really do like him. No diddy ting. If you go and do that for me, then I'm gassed. Serious. Ruthless. You know? You can't do that. Questionable, mate. Questionable. Same, man. You go and get me Kimmich. You go and get me Barella. And you get me Gyökeres at the same time. You get me Kimmich, Barella, and Gyökeres. I'll take you seriously. You get me Gyökeres, Vlahovic, and Leao. Well, you won't get 2 strikers. You might get 2. You might get 2. But let's say you go and get me Vlahovic, Marco Elise, and you bring in Leao. That's business. You can go and get me Bruno Guimaraes. Bring me Bruno Guimaraes. Bring me Gyökeres. And bring me Marco Elise. Why am I putting Michael Elise in that category? No, that doesn't make sense. Michael Elise needs to be that fifth guy for me. Why am I putting Michael Elise in there? I'm reading off your comments. That's why. Now, he wouldn't be a player that I would put in that free marquee signing. I wouldn't put Michael Elise in that free marquee signing. I'll probably put Bruno in there. Bruno will go in there. Eucharist goes in there for me. And then, you know what I mean? But you understand what is going to really turn me on this fucking football club, mate. That's all I'm saying, mate. So big up the size 11 gang. Come on. City gonna win a 5th title next season, says Taya. Would you take Leao, Diamande, and Eze? Absolutely. Delit's still good. He's 24, 25. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The club needs to flex their muscles this summer. Show the Prem we ain't playing. Exactly. Rodrigo from Real Madrid. Exactly. Go and get me Rodrigo, Eucharist, and Frankie de Jong. If you go and do a summer like that for me, and people say, oh, but Wax, this isn't Football Manager. Shut up. Shut up. Don't come at me and tell me, oh, but this isn't Football Manager. You're telling me that a team is not capable of putting the money down on the table for Frankie de Jong, Rodrigo, and the Victor Eucharist. 100 million each, 100 million each. Everyone get 100 million. There you go. Real Madrid, we'll give you 100 million for Rodrigo. Sporting, we'll give you 100 million for Victor Eucharist. You telling me we can't do that? Of course we can do that. That's 3 players that we brought in for 300 million. And then we go, ESR, get the fuck out. Eddie, get the fuck out. Martinelli, get the fuck out. You understand? Easy. And you make your money back, and you still probably make enough money to say, actually, we can go and plug another 2 holes. But anyway, guys, I'm waffling. I've been here 2 hours. It's Monday. I gave you a 2-hour session on Monday, not as I usually do, but I do give you a long waffling session on Mondays. Noses blocked, hay fever gang back in full effect. Whoa! Yeah. Big up the gang though, man. I'll run through a few more comments. I'm going to wrap this. I would give Marcelli 1 more year. But if a good offer was to come in, I wouldn't say no. Big up Gids. Colin Young says Chouameni. Leao is just another stronger Martinelli. I don't think he's as good. Oh man, I'm losing the comments. I don't think he's as good as Napoli's one, technically. You talking about Havertz. Havertz is hard still. No diddy thing. I need to find a new word, bro. Yeah, Havertz is cold, blood. Ice cold. 100 million for Martinelli. This is an inflated market. I don't think we get 100 million for Martinelli. I think we get about 60 million. I honestly think we'll get about 60, 70 million for Martinelli. There might be a team that we could probably push up to about 18 million, but I don't think we're going to get a lot for Martinelli, man. Do not be satisfied. Yeah, man, that's one good thing that Mikel Arteta did say yesterday. Another reason why I say, you know what, we got to get next season then. We got to get next season then, Mr. Mikel Arteta. We got to get Mr. Mikel Arteta. And, yeah. See what you can do. Mudryk was 86 million. I understand. You know, them man over in the Ukraine finessed us, bro. They finessed us. They played on the heartstrings. They played the emotional game. That's what people don't understand. We don't have no emotional game to play. When you're trying to sell you, the reason why Mudryk went for so much money is because they pulled on the heartstrings and they were talking about revamping and really helping towards the people of the Ukraine. They were going through a war, bro. And they still are going through that war. So when you're at the negotiation table and you're pulling on the heartstrings, talking about funds that are gonna, you understand, the price then becomes inflated. We don't have that with Martinelli. The only thing we can sell for Martinelli is he's a good player with a lot of potential still. Hasn't reached his ceiling. Maybe he could reach that ceiling at your your club. You know, trust me. You have to understand how these negotiations work, man. You see that Mudryk thing. That Mudryk thing worked. War and conflict. War and conflict led for Chelsea paying that money. Yeah. Arsenal weren't stupid. Arsenal weren't stupid enough to do it. Arsenal was not stupid enough to do it. But I'm telling you now, one of the major conversations surrounding Mudryk and that big money transfer would have been what that money could do to help their country. And that's why that deal happens for so much money. Anyway, guys, on that bombshell, big up every single one of you. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, do subscribe, all of that. I've actually got a meeting to dive into now. So let me wrap this. I just literally got my cue. So let me wrap this up. Big up all the real ones. Hit the like button. Not too sure how many likes are on this video, but big up Naga. Big up Tobias. Sorry. Big up Peppermint Freedom. Big up Gids, Colin, Legends, Russell. Who else we got here? TIS. Big up Kevon. Kevin, I haven't seen you in a while, man. It's good to see you. Big up Naruto as well. Big up every single one of you guys that I can see at the bottom of the chat, man. We much appreciate every single one of you. Big up Taya, big up the rest of the gang. Hit that like button on your way out. We will be back again tomorrow morning. So make sure you check us out 11:30 UK time. And I look forward to seeing you guys then. Peace.